What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live, breaking down this upcoming Showdown slate featuring Detroit at Green Bay. It is bright and early. We're ready to break down this NFL Showdown slate. It's an interesting matchup for Monday Night Football, but we're here for it. We're here to make some money. And before we begin, like I said, always hit the like button for me. Definitely subscribe. Come hop into the Discord chat where we're chatting it up. So, the presenting sponsor of the show is Underdog Daily Fantasy. They basically have pick'ems where you pick over and under for players. You can do rivals where you can pick against two players. If Devontae Adams has more yards than maybe DeAndre Swift on the receiving or something like that. You have different rivals that you can go up against. Or they have best ball, which with hockey coming up, with basketball coming up, with baseball still going. We still have a lot of options to go. But let's break down this NFL slate. So let's start with Detroit. I'd rather start with Detroit, the underdog. So Jared Goff. Obviously, this Lions team had a better game than the Packers did, but we're here for it. We're here to see how this game goes. So Jared Goff at 10,000. Do I think he can get it done against this defense? I do. I think he certainly can. But when he's 10,000 and when you have Aaron Rodgers for 1,000 more, it's going to be hard to put up against numbers. Do I want both quarterbacks on the slate? It's going to be hard to fit in both quarterbacks. But can we do it? Can we get Jared Goff in our lineups? I don't really mind it whatsoever. T.J. Hawkinson at 9.6. 9.6 for T.J. Hawkinson. Do I want to pay 9.6 for T.J. when I know Juwan Johnson on the Saints had a career game at tight end against this team? It's a hefty price tag for Hawkinson. He's the number one guy for Jared Goff. Jared Goff is looking his way nonstop. It's hard to fit in who I want to fit in on the slate. DeAndre Swift at 8.4. He's listed as questionable. If he's officially not, in fact, out, you're going to want Jamal Williams in a revenge narrative. The pass catching back, I'm going to want all Jamal Williams. But do I want Jamal Williams at 7.2 and DeAndre Swift at 8.4? These prices make it tough. Definitely make it tough. DeAndre Swift, though, at 8.4, I don't really mind him. I think that he's definitely in play. I think he's going to be, I know he's splitting carries with Jamal Williams. That does scare me. Not going to lie. It does scare me that they're both splitting carries. Because this Packers offense can definitely basically roll around and put up bigger numbers than the Lions offense can. I know they can. I think the Packers offense is better than this offense for the Lions. I really do. They just need to see it finally connect. We need to see basically the offense running in its full form. And then dropping all the way down as we keep scrolling and scrolling. Let's go to the Lions depth chart, a receiver. And this should show you how crazy it is. Raymond, questionable. Tyrell Williams, out. So, next man up. Who are we going to see? Let's pause for a second. 3.8 for the number one receiver for the Lions. 3.8. So, in that case, if he's going to be shut up by Jair Alexander, I'm going to drop down and I'm going to keep scrolling down to St. Brown, who I think is capable of getting it done. I think the rookie can definitely have a connection with Jared Goff. I think at 2.4, he's way too cheap for the next man up. You're going to want some value on this slate in order to fit into Devontae Adams, the Aaron Rodgers, the Jared Goff, the Hawkinson, the Swifts. You're going to want a value, which that could be St. Brown. That could be certainly, if we keep scrolling down to even more, to Hodge at $200. We've seen him before. We know what he can do. We've seen him on the Browns have some pretty good games. So, in that case, if he is in fact active, but we need to really keep an eye out and see what happens with the receivers on this Lions team. But the kicker, I don't really want the kicker on the Lions. I don't really want the Lions defense because I know, yes, the Saints put up good numbers against them week one, against the Packers. I know they did. They held them. But I think this is going to be a whole different mentality. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to finally kind of click. So, speaking of Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, it's going to be tough trying to fit in both Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. That already leaves you with 6-7, including your captain. It's a lot of money. That's definitely a lot of money. So, do I want to fade Devontae Adams and try to fit in other value? Do I want to fade Aaron Rodgers? People are going to fade Aaron Rodgers. They're going to look at that game and say, I'm not playing Aaron Rodgers for only 3 points. That's not happening. But I, in fact, do. I want that leverage. I want Aaron Rodgers to have that connection. I like him at 11.4. Aaron Jones at 10.4. He had a down game. He did not look good whatsoever. I mean, 5 attempts, the game script wasn't there. So, do I want to pay Tim Ford for him? I do. I think that that's going to be a different mentality coming into this game. I really do. Robert Tonyan, not really for me at 6'4". I'm not really feeling that. I'd rather go to Jamal Williams at 7'2". Dropping down to MVS. I don't really want MVS. I think Lazard is in play, though. I do like him at 4'8". I think he's starting to form. I think we saw basically in preseason where Aaron Rodgers and Lazard are back. We're back together. I do like that as a GBP narrative. I'm not really getting to the defense of the Packers. I don't really want the kicker. I don't want AJ Dillon. People are going to chase that game at 3,000. I don't want Randall Cobb either. So again, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. This is going to be an interesting showdown slate. If y'all have any questions, come hit me up in the Discord. Hit me up on Twitter. And like I said, it's going to be an interesting slate. It's going to be hard to fit in these guys, but definitely look at the Lions' value. Definitely, if you want to be different, I think people are going to chase that good game of Jared Goff and Hawkinson, but be different in this slate. So that wraps up this slate, guys. Again, thank you for tuning in. I hope everybody's good and safe rest of their day.